Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got another NHL slate we're going over, and it's a massive 14-game slate. So this should be a lot of hockey today. Should be a lot of fun. But before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram, and we also have a Discord chat if you want to join that. The link to that is in the description of the video down below. And as always, leave your best bet for the NHL in the comment section below. All right, yesterday, I want to forget about yesterday. It was just an awful day, but it is what it is. LA, they lost 3-1. I was just trying to ride that streak there. They had a 6-game winning streak going into yesterday, and they just couldn't get the job done against Minnesota. And then Colorado, this pissed me off so much. They were up 3-0 in the third period, and they gave up 2 goals at the end of the game to not cash the puck line. But it is what it is. Sometimes the swings go in your favor, sometimes they don't, and you just got to get over it and move on to the next day. And we have 14 games, so it'll be relatively easy just to forget about yesterday and hop right into today's slate. Starting it off, we have 3 games starting in about an hour and a half, or probably when this video is posted, an hour. So I'm going to try to go over these pretty quick. We have Washington taking on New Jersey, minus 137 for the Capitals, plus 124 for the Devils, over under of 6 goals. The Capitals coming into this game 10-5-4. New Jersey is 7-6-2. And looking at this game, it looks like we're going to get Vita Vanacek versus Mackenzie Blackwood. And I kind of like the Capitals in this matchup here. They're coming off of a nice win versus Pittsburgh, and I think they can keep the roll going here against a much less superior New Jersey Devils team. The only thing that really worries me about this game is Mackenzie Blackwood is one of those goalies where he can easily stand on his head and give his team the win. But we're going with the Capitals here, minus 137. I think they get the job done here and get the win. So give me the Capitals here at minus 137 versus the New Jersey Devils. Next, we have the Kachuk Bowl Part 2. Calgary Flames taking on the Ottawa Senators, minus 145 for the Flames, plus 131 for the Senators. Over under of 6 goals for this game, and the Sens have looked good. They've won their last 3 games. They're playing a little bit better. They're a gritty team. They will just try to outwork you. They have a lot of good young talent. Norris is looking good so far this year. I mean, Matt Murray is getting better in net. This is an Ottawa team that I don't think it's just going to be a run through for any team this season. I think they're going to start playing closer games, and they're not just going to be one of those easy W's. But for this game, it's going to be a pass for me. I just don't see any value in this game. I would lean towards the Ottawa side. I want to bet them against David Rittich and Calgary today. Calgary struggling 4-5-1 their last 10 games. They're just not looking good right now. This game overall is a pass for me, but I would lean towards the Ottawa Senators side. Next, we have the Philadelphia Flyers taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Minus 138 for the Flyers, plus 125 for the Sabres. Over under of 5.5 goals for this game. And looking at this game as well, this is going to be another one of those passes. I would lean more towards the Philadelphia side in this one, though. Philly coming into this game 6-2-2 in their last 10 games, even with all those players missing. Buffalo, they're struggling right now. They blew a lead against New Jersey last game, and it looks like it's going to be Carter Hutton in net for them today. So I definitely lean the Philadelphia side, but overall this game is going to be another pass for me. All right, into our 3 o'clock game here, we have Columbus taking on Nashville, minus 125 for the Preds, plus 113 for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And if you guys have seen my videos for NHL the last month, you know exactly where we're going with this. They're giving me plus 113 to fade the Nashville Predators, and I'm going to take that with open arms. I think Columbus is not a bad team. They've looked better with Patrick Laine and Jack Roslovic since they've gotten them. They've shot more towards the over, and I have no trust in this Nashville team. I've faded them for a while, and it's paid off. They lost to Detroit the other night. Nashville's not a good team this year, and they always get overvalued. So I'm all over the Columbus Blue Jackets today, plus 113 versus the Nashville Predators. I think they're going to have to show me a little bit more before I start betting on them again. Nashville. Next, we have the Dallas Stars heading to the Tampa Bay Lightning, minus 186 for the Lightning, plus 167 for the Dallas Stars. Looks like it's going to be Antoine Khudobin taking on Andrei Vasilevsky. Dallas coming in 6-5-4, 2-4-1 on the road. Tampa Bay is 13-4-1. They're 8-1 at home, and I absolutely like this Tampa Bay side, except I'm not laying minus 186 for this, and I don't know if they win by a puck line enough to cash that plus 130. So this is another game where it's a pass for me. These two teams have yet to play each other, so I want to see how this plays out. I would lean towards probably the under in this game. Dallas has gone under in their last 3 games. Tampa Bay has gone under 5 of their last 10 games, 4 overs, 5 unders, 1 push. And I would lean towards the under. I would lean towards Tampa Bay, but this is a no bet for me for the Lightning and the Stars. Next, we get Toronto taking on Edmonton. Minus 111 for the Leafs, plus 101 for the Oilers. This is going to be a fun game. We have the best team in Canada playing versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think this Edmonton team is on fire right now. Connor McDavid's looked good. Leon Draisaitl's looked good. They've been getting secondary scoring from Roger Nugent-Hopkins and Archibald and Ennis, and they're getting a lot of good play. Mike Smith has been absolutely on fire in between the pipes. They are 8-2 in their last 10, 8-1 in their last 9, 5-0 in their last 5. This Edmonton team is not a team I want to fade right now at all. We're going with Edmonton plus 101. Until they give me a reason to fade them, I'm going to be riding the streak out until they lose. We're getting plus money on them as well, so I love that fact of it as well. So give me the Oilers here, plus 101 versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. As we head to our next game, the Carolina Hurricanes traveling to Florida to take on the Panthers. It's now minus 110 for the Hurricanes, plus 100 for the Panthers, and this line keeps moving towards the Panthers side, which I don't really get. I get it. The Panthers are playing really well this year. And my guess is going to be Sergei Bobrovsky taking on James Reimer. And I'm all over this Carolina side. This is my top play of the day. My best bet is the Carolina Hurricanes today. They're 12-6-1, 6-5 on the road versus Florida 13-4-2. And this Carolina team, they've struggled their last 3 games. They're on a 3-game losing streak, but before then they were on fire. And I think they just ran into a really good team of Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay got the best of them. I think this is a huge bounce back spot for Carolina. I think they get it done at minus 110, and I think there's a very short price to pay for these Hurricanes today. Give me the Hurricanes plus minus 110 versus the Florida Panthers. Next, we get the New York Islanders taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins, minus 108 for the Islanders, minus 102 for the Penguins. Penguins coming in 10-7-1, Islanders 10-6-3. Islanders have yet to have a regulation loss at home. They're 6-0-1 at Nassau Coliseum, and I really like the Islanders in this matchup. But overall, this game is going to be a pass for me. I just don't see enough value on this, but I would definitely lean towards the Islanders side, and I would lean towards the under in this game. Looks like it's going to be Semyon Varlamov versus Tristan Jarry. Varlamov has looked good this year, 9-4-2, 928 save percentage, 2.06 goals allowed per game. And I really like the Islanders in this matchup. Once again, it's going to be a pass for me. I just don't see enough value on this line, but I definitely lean towards the Isles in this game. All right, we're a little bit more than halfway through the slate now. So let's get into this next game where we have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Detroit Red Wings. minus 160 for the Blackhawks, plus 144 for the Red Wings. Over under of 5.5 goals. And there's only one spot I'm looking at this game, and it is at the under. The Red Wings have been a dead under team this whole year. 7 overs, 15 unders. They are 3-7-0 in their over unders, 3 over 7 unders in their last 10 games. When the total is 5.5, they've gone under 12 of their last 17 games. And not to mention, when the total is 5.5, when Chicago is playing, they're 2-6, and they're 4-6 over under, 4 over 6 unders in their last 10 games. I really like the under in this game. Both these teams are under teams so far this year. 9 overs, 12 unders for Chicago. So I really like the under in this matchup. 5.5 goals between the Red Wings and the Blackhawks. Next, we have the LA Kings taking on the Minnesota Wild. Minus 170 for the Wild, plus 153 for the Kings. And last night, the Kings finally got their winning streak snapped. They were had their 6-game winning streak heading into yesterday, and Minnesota beat them 3-1. But I think this is a great bounce back spot for LA. I think that they can bounce back and get the win today. It's going to be Calvin Peterson versus Capo Kakanian. I think that LA gets the bounce back spot here and gets back on their winning streak. Minnesota is on a 5-game winning streak now, so I think both these teams are going to snap each other's winning streaks heading into this series. So give me the Kings here, plus 153. I'm going to ride them once again, and I'm probably going to go until they lose again because I think one little hiccup in a winning streak is no big deal. I'm going to keep riding the Kings, especially at a plus 153 price. They've been playing really well. They've been getting good scoring, and Calvin Peterson is looking pretty good in net as well. All right, next we have the Colorado Avalanche and the Arizona Coyotes, minus 168 for the Avalanche, plus 152 for the Yotes. Colorado coming in 10-6-1, 9-8-3 is the Arizona Coyotes. Looks like we're going to get Adin Hill versus Philip Grubauer. These two teams played last night. Colorado won 3-2. Overall, this game's going to be a pass for me here. I don't really want to mess with the back-to-back here with Adin Hill and net. Coyotes are another team I just can't get a good read on. So we're going to pass on this game. We have 14 games to bet on today, and we're not betting on all of them, as you guys can tell. But we'll have plays in these last 3 games, starting with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. Minus 206 for the Knights, plus 185 for the Ducks. Over under of 5.5 goals. And there's one play and one play only for this game I really feel is good. It is the under. You're getting the under 5.5 at minus 117. The only thing keeping that not from being minus 120, minus the 130, is this Vegas Golden Knights team is not a bad offensive team. But we're getting the best defensive team in the league with Vegas going up against the worst offensive team in Anaheim. I absolutely love the under in this matchup. I think that Vegas may be able to shut out Anaheim in this matchup. It looks like it's going to be Marc-Andre Fleury versus John Gibson, 2 goalies that have played pretty well so far this year. Andre Fleury is 8-3, 942 save percentage, 1.55 goals allowed per game. Gibson's 5-8-3 though, but he's 908 save percentage, 2.67 goals per game. Is not a bad stat when you're playing for the Anaheim Ducks. So I like the under in this game, 5.5 goals. And yeah. Next, we have the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Winnipeg Jets. And this Jets team has secretly and quietly played really well. And now this line is plus 124. I wonder if it's because they announced that Hellebuck is not starting, or I'm wondering why it's like that. Because I'm all over this Winnipeg Jets team again. I think they're the better overall team. Montreal has really been struggling lately. Connor Hellebuck looks amazing in net. Jake Allen's going to be in net for Montreal. He's actually been the better goalie for Montreal so far this year, not Carey Price. 7-3 in their last 10 games for Winnipeg. They're now 3rd in scoring, 3.53 goals per game. And they're top 10 in defense, 2.68 goals allowed per game. This Winnipeg Jets team has secretly become the 3rd best team in Canada behind Toronto and Edmonton. I like the Jets here. Plus 124 is an absolutely outrageous price tag. This should be, at worst, a plus 100 for the Jets. I think they should be favored in this game. So give me the Jets here, plus 124. That's an egregious price tag for this game. I like the Jets here, plus 124 versus the Montreal Canadiens. All right, and we've made it to our last game of the night. We have the St. Louis Blues taking on the San Jose Sharks, minus 154 for the Blues, plus 139 for the Sharks, over under of 5.5 goals. And there's kind of like one play I like for this one, and that is the over in this matchup. Both these teams have played towards the over so far this year. 11 overs, 9 unders for St. Louis, 10 overs, 7 unders for San Jose. San Jose has one of the worst defensive numbers in the league, 3.71 goals allowed per game. Only team that allows more is Ottawa. And Martin Jones has not looked good in net. He's averaging 3.3 goals allowed per game with an .890 save percentage. And Binnington hasn't looked that great either. This St. Louis team has been giving up goals, 2.95 goals allowed per game. So these two teams have been playing more towards the over so far this season. And when the total is 5.5, these teams seem to go over. 9 overs, 7 unders for St. Louis, 8 overs, 2 unders for San Jose. I like the over in this matchup between the Blues and the Sharks. All right, quick little recap of our plays here, and then we're going to head on out for this video. We have the Washington Capitals minus 136. We have the Columbus Blue Jackets at plus 113. We have the Oilers at plus 101. We have the Hurricanes at minus 110. Blackhawks and Detroit under the 5.5 total. Vegas, or wow, I skipped one. Kings and Wild plus 153. Kings plus 153 versus the Wild, my bad. Knights and Ducks under 5.5 goals. Jets and Canadiens plus one, or Jets versus the Canadiens plus 124, and the over 5.5 goals between the St. Louis Blues and the San Jose Sharks. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel below if you haven't already. But that's going to just about do it for this video. One, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. We're almost at 400 subscribers. And let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the NHL tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.